So hopefully we should get a little bit of Overwatch on you guys. Looks good. Oh, they're going right. Never mind. And it's a miss. Well, maybe you guys... Okay, yes, we have Overwatches. No, I'm just kidding. No, there are no Overwatches here. Oh, no. We do have more. Oh, wow. Van Dorn and Blanchett. Oh. Hello, one and all. It is finally time for that terror mission. The squad is set up and loaded. Whoa, 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 hold on. 30 seconds on the clock, please. So I was going to do a quick update video, but I figured I'd just say what I have to say here. Firstly, some of you might notice that I'm now recording at 60 frames a second. Yay! Unfortunately, that puts a little bit of extra load on my video editor, which in turn means some videos might have to be cut shorter. So if I get the slightest cough from my video editor, I'm simply going to cut that video in half and release it as 2 parts. Secondly, with XCOM 2 coming out, I really want to get Alien Isolation finishing out of the way, which means I might have to do 2 videos a week of that. So guys, please don't get upset if you see more of that than anything else. Also, Metal Gear Solid is going to be on the back burner and have the lowest priority. Speaking of which, I may end up stopping that series entirely because it'd be impossible for me to complete. Well, I guess I didn't need 30 seconds, so how are you all? Ah, too late. Write your answers in the comments below. Well, back to XCOM. Let me quickly explain who I picked and why. Of course, Van Dorn's going to be coming on this mission. He is finally healed up. He's good to go. You might notice we're going to be doing a little bit of doubling up on this mission. We have got 2 gunners here in the form of Van Dorn and Michael Frank. But let's first take a look at Van Dorn. He will be carrying the first of our laser weapons, the auto laser, ceramic plating and a flashbang. Besides the fact that I want an officer, he has got Mind Fray and Psy Panic. And I will say from the get-go that I know exactly what enemies we're going to face on this mission. I started up 3 new campaigns and I checked what enemies appear on the first terror mission, and it is the same every single time. In fact, in those 3 campaigns that I started as Dynamic War, May 6th was the earliest terror mission that I got, and it is currently May 4th. So I was completely wrong about thinking this terror mission was late, and that stopping that landed transport had anything to do with it. I even had one campaign where the first terror mission was at the beginning of June. So this is a relatively early first terror mission. So now that I've pointed out, we bring in Van Dorn with his psychic attacks. Coming along as well is McLean. Although she still hasn't got any multi-shot perks and Jumpy Legs will be relatively useless on this map, she has Mind Merge, which is going to come in very handy considering the majority of the enemies that we're going to be facing here. That you'll find out soon enough. As I also mentioned, that I'll be doubling up. Kate Blanchett's going to be coming along as well, also with her random rookie perk, Psy Panic, and she'll be laying down Light 'em Up Laser Fire with our first laser rifle. And she'll be taking high cap mags and a scope. I figured she needs the high cap mags with the amount of fire she's going to be putting out, and she's got 8 health, so she's pretty good to go without any extra armor. Next up we got Michael Frank, the big man, bringing our LMG Gatling laser cannon. He will be taking some ceramic plating because I'm going to have him be right up front and hopefully have him tank in low cover with Will to Survive, drawing fire, and he'll be bringing a battle scanner. Now I know Van Dorn's got his battle scanner perk given him too, but with both of them having battle scanners that should hopefully reduce the number of civilians that died to heart attacks in the fog. Covering the squad we have Gerard. Now Bloodwing is not going to be coming along because we have 2 soldiers here that both have the Petmaster perk. Guts is going to be coming with his Thin Man Totally Human, but I'll get to him in a second. Now the reason why I'm going to bring Gerard and waste his Petmaster perk over someone like Snyder, for example, who also has double tap, is because Gerard has Deadeye. Now usually I don't put much stock in Deadeye, but again, considering the enemies we're going to be facing on this first terror mission, I decided Deadeye, yeah, that should be pretty good here. Oh right, yeah, that's probably a good idea actually. Gerard, you can make good use of that laser pistol as well. So yeah, he'll be having a medkit, so this time I will actually get those 2 free medkit charges, and of course his scope. Then we have got Michael Bay, and let me just give him that other laser pistol. So like Kate Blanchett, he has got 8 health, so I figured might as well use up his 2 item slots as offensive items. And then there are his perks. You know, when Michael Bay stepped off the Sky Ranger in that first mission, and I saw he got damn good ground as his random rookie perk, and he had incredibly low accuracy, I figured that is going to be one of the most useless soldiers in my entire roster. Then we got back to base, and he leveled up, and then I saw he got lightning reflexes, and close encounters. So all of a sudden, he is a Scout Grenadier hybrid, and has become one of the most useful, versatile soldiers in the squad. So it means I don't have to bring a Scout if he's going to be coming along. He will be both my Grenadier and my Scout. And not to mention, of course, close encounters with all the chrysalids is going to be especially handy. Lastly, there is Guts. Now, I'm not going to lie, Guts is really only coming on this mission because of his pet, Totally Human. The Thin Man will essentially be an extra free squad member, and although there are going to be a lot of aliens on the map that are going to be immune to poison, the majority of the aliens that we're going to be facing won't be. Assuming we can actually hit them with the poison, considering what happened last time. So, Totally Human, do what humans do, and poison, and it didn't have any effect. How did you miss your poison spit? What? You missed your poison spit. Oh, damn it. But he has also got flush, and he has got a laser carbine, which means he's going to have 110 accuracy doing a flush, which is pretty good. And I'm very eager for him to get to his corporal rank where he can finally make use of Weapons Expert. The first soldier that'll be using Weapons Expert. I know I'll be passing up on collateral damage, but honestly, so many soldiers are going to have either collateral damage or psychokinetic strike. He's one of the few soldiers that will actually make use of Weapons Expert, considering he's going to have either precision shot or more likely disabling shot. So Guts, this may very well be the last mission that you carry an assault class weapon with you, because after this, you go marksman rifle all the way. One last thing I'd like to point out is that, if you remember, Michael Frank was bugged for a couple of missions because he had run and gun as his random rookie perk, and the game just assumed he's going to be an assault. No game, he is going to be a run and gunner. And because of that, his choose a soldier class icon is still here, which means whenever he gets leveled up, we don't get told about it, as you can see. But considering that it would have been a Petmaster perk anyway, he can't use fire in the hole, and he won't be using paramedic, he will be one of the soldiers that will be getting Petmaster, of which there are 7 Petmaster perks waiting to be picked. A couple of these other perks I'm simply uncertain of which one to pick, and these are all my rookies that have been training up in their VR simulators, and of course I won't be picking their class until they get their random rookie perk, which they get on the first mission they go on. But these guys aren't getting leveled up until they go on their first mission. But yes, we have 7 Petmaster perks waiting to have their pets chosen. We'll be doing that in a quick follow-up episode after this mission. But everyone's set to go. Of the 3 possible maps that we're going to be landing on, it is either going to be, hopefully, the Terror Highway map, which I actually prefer. It's one of my favourite Terror missions because it's so wide open and generally means that you're not going to get flanked immediately and you've got a long way to shoot, especially with snipers. Next up, there is Murder Street. Although not a good map by any means, it's not the worst map we can get. It's not going to be good for us, but in the end, it won't be the worst thing in the world. Lastly, we have Highway Overpass. That map is an absolute under any conditions, especially a terror map. The cover is god-awful, it's not a particularly long map, and it's quite wide, which means you can get flanked very easily. And it's also because of maps like these that I decided to incorporate my own choose your LZ. Because on one of the corners of the map that you can start on, there is only 2 pieces of low cover in range of your starting location. Yeah, no. So if we get that map, we're in trouble. If we get Terror Highway, we should be okay. And if we get Murder Street, well, we're going to be somewhere in between. Oh, right. And there's also going to be a surprise when we land. Let's find out who's going to be joining us.
Dropship has arrived.
Oh, you son of a...
Canada. We've gotten reports of alien activity taking place in a densely populated urban center.
Central, this is strike team in position near the terror site.
Your highest priority is to protect Big Sky.
Well, this is going to be a... And so, here we are. Totally Human, got off a bit late off the Sky Ranger, but he is here. And before I do anything else, I completely forgot, in the last mission Guts was in, I didn't give him the XP that Totally Human got for getting that kill on Overwatch. Showtime! Come on, somebody here. Okay, good! Wow, Thin Man!
That is not good.
Oh god. Oh. So, there we go. That's that out of the way. Now, what's that surprise? Turns out, during terror missions, there might actually be local forces fighting back, or cowering for their lives because if they did try to fight back, they would die horribly. In this case, it's Robert Gaines, and his random rookie perk is... yeah, Killer Instinct. Random.org, look, I know how much of a cheat it would look like if you actually gave one of my soldiers in the zone, or game alternatively, if you want to give a soldier in the zone, in their perk tree. I don't care at this point. I am totally fine with it, because Killer Instinct kind of unfortunately ties gains as an assault class, because otherwise his random rookie perk is completely useless. Now, ignore all these stats. These stats aren't going to be like this back at base. Speaking of which, let me explain how this works. So, at the beginning of every Terra mission, I drop down a random soldier, and it picks a name at random out the name pool, and then I teleport that soldier somewhere safe but distant away from my squad, preferably on the opposite side of the map, and this will apply on every single Terra mission. Once the soldier's been spawned, I have to teleport him away from the squad. In this case, the only confined space was the inside of this truck. Now, why would I do this? Well, if I teleport him, say, behind this truck, then he will quite likely trigger a pod of chrysalids or floaters almost immediately and basically just die. And you might say, oh, well, you know, that's exciting. Yes and no. My squad can't really move up beyond this pillar in 2 turns if I was rushing, which I wouldn't be. So the random rookie on the Terra missions that I'm going to have on every Terra mission will just die and would miss the point of spawning a random rookie. So he's going to be here inside this truck. If I want to make use of him, I'm going to have to get to him, or I suppose he could just blow himself out with a grenade, but then that will of course leave him at risk of retaliation from anybody that spots him. And yes, guys, I know he has a shotgun. Ignore that. For the sake of this mission, he won't have a shotgun. He won't be using it. It's just the weapon that he spawned in with. Rookies shouldn't be allowed to use shotguns, but he has the shotgun because he spawned with it. And because rookies shouldn't use shotguns, because even a rookie is incredibly lethally effective with a shotgun, I've made it so he will only be using a pistol. So ignore the fact that he's got a shotgun. He won't be using it. If you ask in the comments why he's got a shotgun, it's random. He's not supposed to. He won't be using it. That's the end of it. So before we begin though, I have 3 questions for you guys that maybe you can help me out with. The first question is, does anyone know how to spawn in a soldier with a specific weapon? Because here's the problem. There are 3 console commands that I know of that will allow me to spawn a soldier into the game. The first is drop soldier, which kind of seems like the most promising because it seems like it has an extension that will allow me to choose its loadout. But the problem is I don't know what the extensions are, and by default, when you spawn in a soldier using this command, it always gives them a Gauss rifle, which, again, like a shotgun, is kind of overpowered. So if anybody knows how to change the loadout of a soldier that's spawned in using the drop soldier command, let me know in the comments. The other console command that can drop XCOM soldiers in is add units. This kind of seems to be the buggiest of the 3. It doesn't always spawn it at the cursor. Quite often it spawns it randomly on the map, and it seems I have 0 control of the weapon that the soldier will have when they spawn in. Not to mention, a lot of times the soldiers spawn in with no head or hands and kind of just bugs out and crashes the game. The last and most reliable is the ironically named console command through fire and flames. No, really, that is actually the console command, as you can see. And when you type this in, a soldier will drop at the cursor, and they will always have a shotgun and a pistol. And the soldier seems least likely to be bugged out, which is the command that I used, as can be seen by Gaines here, who has a shotgun. So yeah, the first question is, taking into account those 3 commands, does anybody know how to spawn in a soldier with a specific weapon? Preferably an assault rifle. That and a carbine are the only weapons that I'll allow a rookie to use. Now, the second question is, does anyone know a command or an ini file edit that will allow this soldier to return back to base with us at the end of the mission? Now, I do know there's a console command called map soldiers to dropship seats, but it doesn't work. When I type this in, before or after spawning in the soldier will never return back to base with us at the end of the mission. So if anybody knows a way of making the soldier come back to base with us at the end of the mission and appear in the roster, that would be incredibly useful. And finally, the last question that I have is, does anyone know how to edit the stats of a soldier back at base? Now, I know there's a mod out there called Toolbox, I think, but with Long War it's not exactly compatible. I know that with Vanilla will allow you to edit all of the stats of a soldier in a particular save file, but as I said, in Long War it doesn't actually work, which is going to cause complications when we get back to base. The soldier's not here. I have to pretend that the soldier's on his way back to base. He has to say goodbye to his family as I hire a new soldier and hope that it's going to be male and not female, because that's just going to make things really complicated. And then all the experience that he got on this mission, even though I can give it to him on the next mission that he goes on, that following mission that he does go on, he will still be a rookie and not a specialist. So yeah, guys, if anyone knows how to fix those 3 problems, please let me know in the comments. it will be incredibly helpful. In the meantime, when we get back to base, Gaines here will not be with us. I'm going to hire a new soldier and pretend it's the same soldier. I might even make ini file edits to allow for whenever I hire a soldier that came from a terror mission to be for free and instant. And if I hire a soldier and it's the opposite gender of the soldier that was in the terror mission, then I'll simply use the backup save games that I have and try again. Or maybe even look in the ini files and see if there's a way to adjust the probability of male over females appearing whenever you hire a soldier. So guys, that is the explanation that I have of how and why I've added random rookies to terror missions just for flavour. I won't be covering it again in any other terror mission or any other unique mission that will have a random rookie appear, of which I do have plans. Chrysalid Hive. Believe me, it won't be the only surprise in that mission. But I think it is finally time to get to this god terror mission. So, Van Dorn, time for you to make the big moves. I know moving up to this full cover is very likely to trigger, but god, I hate this map. It has got such terrible cover to move up to. You can either fall back to the 2 pieces of low cover that you have available, or you can push forwards and likely trigger. So, let's just do the latter then.
Sir,
Don't trigger.
contact.
God. Right, yeah, I forgot to mention the enemies that we're going to be facing on this mission. Okay, so in my trial campaigns that I ran in the first terror mission, you would always have 4 floaters, 4 and 4 chrysalids. So no surprises what we're going to be facing. This is the first pod of floaters, and that looks like a floater leader, and you are actually behind cover. That's odd. Right, that's 2 pieces of low cover. Fair enough. Okay then, well, at least we've got that out of the way. Let's see what we can do. Okay then, Bay, let's see if we can take at least one of the floaters out. Yes, not looking likely, is it? Blanchett?
Heading for that location.
Wow, really? I'm gonna save and load here. I'm a little bit suspicious about the visibility that we have, so just bear with me. No, that does seem right. Those other 3 floaters must have really pulled back. I'm guessing they're drawn to Gaines here, hiding inside the truck. Yeah, you probably shouldn't leave. You should probably stay there. Talk to this civilian through the wall. Tell him that you're law enforcement, you're here to help. As soon as reinforcements arrive, you'll be doing just that. But you wait patiently there. So, how is that side panic looking? Not great. Not great, because you're a leader. Can I at least get a grenade? Oh, maybe. Oh, not likely, is it? Yeah, that really doesn't look likely. I could try. I could try. Other than that, we will probably be looking at suppression, which means that floater's instantly just going to target a civilian and kill it. Or we could try a mine merge on Van Dorn, which should hopefully increase his chance to panic to 72, and by extension, increase Blanchett's chance to panic by 72 as well. But Blanchett is in low cover, and Van Dorn is kind of worryingly close to being flanked. I'm hoping those floaters moved back quite a bit. So let's start by putting McLean here into a concealed position. And actually, while we're at it, why don't we just scan? See if there's anyone else out there. Yeah, it looks like those other 3 floaters just dashed back. Okay. Thin Man, okay. Good, 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 good. I was hoping that, because the ship's out of the way, the Thin Man can now make it to that low cover. And Gerard, as much as I'd love to pull you back, I don't think that's likely. That's the problem with this map, because it's so wide, it's not as long, which means snipers don't have a very good time here. Yeah, you need to move up, and then just hunker down there. Yeah, game, I know there's an enemy active, I know that. Thin Man, you want to get into position. Can you spit on him? Yes, you can, if I wanted to. I may just panic him, using the Shiv to buff Van Dorn. Frank, can you move up into full cover and step out to shoot? Probably not, because this is 2 tiles wide, isn't it? And if you really wanted to, you could move back and suppress. Just go there for now. Nope, yeah. You've lost vision because that is 2 tiles wide. Okay, let's see if we can do a mine merge. And a panic. There we go. 86 will. What are your chances to panic now? 77. So it's plus 25 will? So it was 61, right? 61 will he had? And of course that's increased the will of everyone else, which means Blanchett also has 77 to panic, which is awesome. But I can't remember your cooldown on acid. I think it's ridiculously low, like 1 turn. So I might hold off on that poison. I think I said the last time that I had Totally Human was that I was going to increase the cooldown on the acid. Because even though the AI, when they're in control of Thin Men, they don't exploit it, I obviously can and will. So instead of poisoning him, I am simply going to panic him. 77 to panic. Excellent work. Well, that is the floater leader down, or at least out for the turn. Unfortunately, it does mean the other 3 Thin Men are going to be allowed to do whatever the hell they want. And Frank is going to be the only one on Overwatch. And he'll only be shooting if a Thin Man comes to be flanking Van Dorn. Hopefully, really hoping that they moved back. Because, yeah, everybody else is going to hunker down. Before I do that, Gaines, how are you doing back here? You good? Go talk to that civilian. Reassure him. Reassure him everything's going to be okay. Oh, right, you can't rescue him because you don't have line of sight on him. Well, that's good to know. I can't exploit that way. So, yeah, 3 floaters active. You're going to Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Right, Guts, what were you going to do? I guess just dash. You kind of have the lowest health out of everyone, don't you? In that case, can you just move up to this car and hunker down? I was going to have you dash up to full cover, but if a floater does get a flank, it's pretty unlikely, more so than not, that Van Dorn won't be one shot, but you, Guts, definitely could. And I don't want to dash you into half cover because that would just lead to bad things. So move up to half cover, hunker down with everyone else. And I'm going to say you hunker down as well, Guts, in case for some reason you get a glimpse of an enemy and shoot and somehow the doors break off and you get killed. So yeah, you hunker down as well. Hunker down, and hunker down. You stay there. I'll be with you in a second. Good. Exposed. And a dash. Oh, wow! Okay, never mind. Okay, so as I mentioned a long time ago about all the edits that I was doing, I gave the civilians 5 health. So in the early game, things like drones wouldn't be able to one-shot them. What I didn't take into account is because of the cover, they can get 1 DR, which means sometimes if they're behind cover, it will take 6 damage to kill them. I didn't take that into account, but honestly, I'm not really bothered by it. 52 to panic you, and 54 to panic you. Really? So you only have 2 extra will? Wow, I really thought my chances to panic would be much better. But I guess that's why I brought McLean here. Okay, speaking of McLean, can you clear the way? Not really. You don't really have good vision, do you? Civilians, I'm going to need you to get out of the way. That's annoying. Okay, McLean, can you jump up onto the top of this car? I'm just curious. Can you? No, you can't. Oh, that's a shame. It would have been a good vantage point. But because I know there's no Overwatch, and because I know that the scanner gives you vision up to about here, let's move you up. Hopefully I won't regret this. Okay. No pods. No pods. We're good. We are okay. Well, now that we have vision of somebody flying, I think it's about time that Gerard here puts his Deadeye to good use with a 92 to hit. Fair enough. Do that again and call it even. Okay, 1 down. Now, I can't remember the rules of panic. I think it was something along the lines of every 30 will over 50 is an extra turn of panic when Psy Panic is done. And he had 87 will or 86 will when he did the Psy Panic. So in theory, he should be panicked for 1 more turn. I'm not going to rely on that, but I will see if that's the case. If nothing else, I can just have the shift shoot. Okay, Blanchette, if you would please. 55. Nice shot, I'll take it. Pretty minimal damage, but I will take what I can get. I know Frank here has got a flank on this floater that I could take. I'm not going to do that just yet. As both he and Van Dorn are gunners, I could just suppress him. Speaking of that, if Frank moves up into low cover, grenades this one, we use somebody else to kill him. We suppress this one, and then Frank can suppress the other one further back once we get vision of him. Then that should be everyone covered. You don't have vision on anyone else, besides that one floater a little bit further back. So, Bay, can you move up? without triggering. Good, and you get vision of that one. Excellent. Now, are you going to have an angle to suppress that one from here? I don't think you are. I think that truck's going to be in the way. I mean, you might, but line of sight might be. The only alternative is to put you in half cover and hope that you're not too far away with your extended range. I think I'm going to move up and try suppression from here.
Commander.
Good. Good and good. Okay, so I can suppress you. I've just now realised that this floater, if he doesn't panic next turn, is going to run the overwatch from Van Dorn and will then shoot, which is a bit of a bugger. But I will also poison him just to be safe. So first thing first, Bay, can you get rid of all this cover? Civilians, you're going to have to move. Sorry, but this cover is not safe. Or just do that. That's cool too. That's fine. And actually, Mr. Shiv, you are out of sight of that floater, which means if I can suppress it, you can just simply shoot that one. So let's try that then. I have 3 shots on this floater, ideally 2, because Thin Man kind of needs to poison it, just in case. In fact, I could even finish it with Guts here and his flush. But let's try that. McLean, 74%. Oh my god, okay, never mind. It's okay. Everybody go home. Frank, you need to suppress. I know suppressing him will simply mean that he will just shoot one of the civilians, but what are you going to do?
Aye, aye.
Van Dorn, you are going to need to move. Because I really want Guts to go into that position. So, sorry Van Dorn, you pull back a little bit. Guts, you take his place. And at this point you will steady your weapon. Actually, what's your chance to hit at max range? 3.4 on a snapshot, which isn't terrible. Granted, I've made you make worse shots. That all failed horribly. But you know what? That's okay. Thin Man, you move up a bit. On Overwatch, Van Dorn, you can burn one of your battle scanners. Say on the right-hand side to get the vision.
New data is inbound.
Thank you, Van Dorn. So what do we have back here? Nothing yet. Which means there is nothing on our half of the map. It's okay, Gaines, we're coming to you. Hold tight. Yeah, second thoughts, Guts. You Overwatch. You got pretty good accuracy. And you Blanchett.
Come get some.
Oh, right, yeah. And you Gaines. You know what? I'm not going to hunt you down, and I'm not going to Overwatch you. I'm just going to skip a turn. So, Floater, what you got? Gonna shoot civilian? Ooh, here we go. Oh, no, that's just the scanner. Yeah, didn't get DR from that one, did you? Okay, so we know that these chrysalids are right here. If you, Gerard, can deal enough damage to him, then maybe Guts can finish him off and we can move up on the chrysalids. Excellent work. Now, Guts, you have flush, which is a pretty much guaranteed kill. So, yeah, let's do that.
Moving out. I got you. Go.
Well, thank God that's not a faceless. Yeah, Aim 75, laser carbine 12, scope 8, flush 30. I don't know why I thought flush was plus 15 aim. Yeah, it's 30. Even if it was plus 15, you'd be dead. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, now I would very much like to get an Overwatch on these chrysalids. Now, I'm going to say this isn't going to trigger. If it is, we're screwed. Okay, yep, that's good. Blanchett, you move up as much as you can, although I kind of need you in cover. Though there aren't any floaters left, so... or at least no active floaters left.
On the move.
Let's put you there. Van Dorn, you need to move up as much as you can as well. Try an Overwatch. Right, and you, Thin Man. Yeah, move up as well. What else we got? Bay, you... yeah, you got a laser pistol. I mean, your accuracy's not great, but you're not going to do 1 point of damage, I say.
Move your ass. You're safe.
Okay, so I think after taking care of the chrysalids, I will have Gaines bust his way out of this truck, but I will need to know where the other floater pod is. So, okay, let's go with the Overwatch, and what is this down here? Frank, there is nothing there. I think your spider senses might be tingling the wrong way. Yeah, your bioelectric skin kind of malfunctioning. We're probably going to have to build you a gene lab and maybe work out how you even got bioelectric skin, because clearly whoever put it on you must have been drunk. So Overwatch, 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 and Overwatch.
Eyes on the target.
So hopefully we should get a little bit of Overwatch on you guys. Looks good. Oh, they're going right. Never mind. And it's a miss. Well, maybe you guys... Okay, yes, we have Overwatches. No, I'm just kidding. No, there are no Overwatches here. Oh, no, we do have more. Oh, wow. Van Dorn and Blanchett. Oh, balls. This got awkward. This got really awkward. Thin Man, you've got poison, right? Maybe I could poison you two at the back. Yeah, I know there was a floater flying back here. But honestly, so far back, it's not really a priority. Oh, yeah, don't look. That's an ugly sight. Just don't look at her. She's gonna be okay. As soon as we get back to base, we'll, I don't know, turn into a zombie or something. She'll be fine, sir. Your girlfriend will be fine. Yeah, Guts. Considering your history and the civilians that are pretty much in every direction from those floaters, maybe I shouldn't take that. We do have 2 shots in this chrysalid. Unfortunately, I am worried about these floaters coming and flanking. Okay, first thing first, let's get you in range for a close encounters.
Heading to that location.
Then Totally Human, let's see if you can get a poison on those guys. Okay, that looks good. Then in that case, Bay, if you would. See how much damage you do. Average. Okay, Guts, I don't trust that your laser carbine is going to deal max damage to kill that chrysalid. Blanchett, on the other hand, maybe. 5's mid damage. If I grenade you two and get your damage down with that second shot. Frank, you have will to survive, don't you? Okay, let's start off with the grenade. I know that truck will be on fire, but that is okay. Come on, roll high. That is not rolling high. And you, Gerard, do have double tap available. And you've got vision on everyone. Wow. You can see both sides of the truck. That is really talented. Okay, let's swing you round. Let's put Blanchett over.
Got it covered.
And see if you can take care of that chrysalid on your own. 93. Oh, wow, that's not good. Then in that case, Guts, can you take care of it? 85. And you did deal enough damage. Oh, I should have got you to act first. Okay, Frank, can you... Actually, Gerard, let's start with you and have you attack the back one. 87. Good damage. Okay, Gerard, let's now have you attack the front one. You know what, second thoughts, Van Dorn really needs that spot. And I know you've got Will to Survive, but I don't really want to move you up because Will to Survive is not going to do a lot when this float just comes up and flanks you. And we don't have the firepower to pin him down. So if you could run over to the right, I'm worried you're not going to have vision on either of them, let alone the one that's got the most health. Okay, you know what, Gerard? You technically deal the least amount of damage. You've got an average of 5, Van Dorn's got an average of 6, and Frank's got an average of 7. So let's have you target the weakest chrysalid. Good shot. Thin Man, can we see how effective your spit is going to be? Please get both of them. Excellent work. Much better than last time. McLean, you are going to take some heat. So let's run and gun you up. Hopefully into concealment. I know these floaters might be in range even with their acid. But that's the risk I'm going to take. And good. The only person that can target you is the chrysalid. Take him out. Great work. Now, Frank, if you run and gun up to half cover, Van Dorn takes your spot, then we'll see what we can do.
Going in for the kill.
Who can you shoot from there? Only one target, and it is the leader. So let's pin him in place with Van Dorn.
In motion.
I don't really want to risk a mine fray, not without the shiv's mine merge. So yeah, let's pin him in place with Van Dorn, who's in full cover.
Enemy is...
Let's simply put Frank on Overwatch, seeing as no one else is in sight to shoot him. He's got decent accuracy anyway. And as for gains here, I'm not really that eager to bust out, considering that I know there's a floater right above him. If I do make an opening with a grenade, that floater can just simply fly over and shoot him. So I think I'm going to have to wait again until next turn. We're doing fine with him just sitting in that truck. So yeah, Frank, you Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
And Gaines, you just sit tight. He's got 4 floaters left. 1 is a leader, 2 are poisoned, and 1 is suppressed. 1% hit.
They're all over us!
Nice try. You guys, what are you going to do? 15%. Well done. You should feel very proud. I did not take that DR into account. And another 15. Ah, Totally Human lives. Yeah, guys, I'm not in the slightest bit bothered about the fact that civilians can survive early game enemies. Taking into account they have 5 health and DR from cover. I didn't take the DR from cover into account. But guys, by the time we get to the next Terror mission, there are going to be mutons, there are going to be a lot more enemies. They will get one shot. Okay, yeah, Gerard, you're not going to be doing much besides reloading, so move up and reload. Everyone has taken a shot, so we know there is no Overwatch, and we have no run and gun. Yeah, that 1 turn cooldown, that is way too much. Maybe just make a mental note of it and not use it the turn it comes off on cooldown, and just have it be an unwritten rule being a 2 turn cooldown. You need to reload as well, and you have no cover to move up to reload. I suppose you could just move up on the right and reload.
Copy. Back online.
Okay, I think Gaines, it is time for you to get out, because I know that floater is kind of here-ish, because he shot downwards this direction. So we definitely won't be able to make it in 1 turn to get to the back of the truck, he says. So, I still can't grenade to get out. Well, this isn't good. Gaines, I guess you're just kind of stuck in there. Civilians have kind of put it upon themselves to block your exit. Yeah, there is no place on this truck that you can throw the grenade that you won't hit a civilian. And I prefer if your first medal wasn't first person to kill a civilian. So, it kind of looks like you're going to have to sit tight there till help arrives. Yeah, guys, this is going to be kind of a common pattern for random rookies on terror missions. They're not going to be a great deal of help. And honestly, when they do come out, they'll probably be more of a liability than anything else. Can you get anywhere to throw a grenade? Yeah, I think you might be able to. So, Totally Human, can you save that civilian? Excellent work, Totally Human. Go on, civilian, you're saved. No, seriously, that thin man's with us. You can leave. You're okay. You're free to run. The dropship's that way. Look, I'm sorry, thin man. Your disguise might fool someone. I can't really imagine who. But clearly it's not fooling this civilian, okay? He doesn't believe that you're with XCOM. Don't take it personally. You are a great asset. I mean, asset, not acid. Mix of words. Just don't take it personally. You're doing good, soldier. Thin soldier. Frank, can you get a grenade on that floater without killing a civilian? Yes. You can, just about. Oh, kind of, maybe. Ah, that's good enough. Let's try that. Now, civilians, do not run to the burning car. You're not still in half cover, are you? You are, in fact, still in half cover. Wow. Sapperless grenades. Okay, Shiv, you could get an angle on that floater. I don't really trust your chances to kill it, though. Not to mention, this floater up here is free. Alright, Shiv, let's just see. What are your chances to hit, and will you be targeted by that floater back there? Okay, good. Oh, that's so mean, thin man. Look, don't take it personally, okay? You are, in fact, totally human. Even the 100% machine Shiv is more trustworthy than you. Or at least it appears that way. Don't take it personally. You're a good, thin guy. Okay, 63. We are going to take some fire if you miss this Shiv. But hey, that's okay. 63, please don't miss. Wow! Okay. Well, I don't need a follow-up for that one. What do I do now? We don't really have cover to move up to. And yeah, Frank, you should be fine there. The truck explosion shouldn't actually reach you, he says. Although, having said that, let's Just dash over, save someone. Frank, you can be a hero. I believe in you. You've got will to survive. And these guys are still poisoned. So the only person that's a problem is you, and you will be suppressed by the Thin Man. So, yeah, just dash over and save someone.
Moving out. Get to the ship and keep your head down.
Van Dorn, what can you do? Not a great deal, to be honest. There's just... the cover on this map is just crap. Okay, yeah, Van Dorn, you just hang back and command
We have eyes on the target.
on Overwatch. Blanchett, you move up, and, you know, although I was okay with Frank being in that half cover with that truck being on fire, Blanchett, you don't have all to survive and you've got less health. So, I'm not feeling as optimistic. So you just sit there and reload. Gaines, I know, we're still waiting for an opportunity to get you out of that truck. And there is just nowhere. You know what? Screw it. Civilian, you'll be fine. I believe in you.
Heading out.
Civilian, I believe in you. You're going to be fine. What are the odds that this is going to do 5 damage through cover? Or more likely that Flo's just coming around and killing me. Okay, Civilian, you're going to be fine. You've got 5 health. Oh god, don't kill the Civilian. Please don't kill the Civilian. You didn't even blow the truck open. You didn't even blow the truck open. Oh god, grenades are so bad. Sorry, Civilian. It turns out that grenade was pretty useless. I'm sure Gaines will send a bouquet of flowers to you at hospital while we get those second-degree burns sorted. But suffice to say, XCOM is still looking out for you. Right. Well, with that out of the way, Thin Man, if you would. There goes that truck. I'm glad I didn't put anybody in that cover position now. Oh, too bad, Floater. It's okay. Wow, really? God, Totally Human just is not having a good day. Or a good life. This is his second death. Okay, so Totally Human is now out of the picture. I am very happy I didn't put anybody next to this truck. Not that they would have taken damage, I don't think they would have, but that it exploded at the end of my turn and not the end of their turn, which meant that during their turn, whoever was here would not have had cover. So, Gerard, yes, you have double tap again, and you've also got Deadeye. Would you please? Go on, make it a double. Yes, those words you just said. Well, that hasn't gone too well, has it? Gaines is still stuck in the truck, and Totally Human is dead. Again. Yeah, he's not having a good time, is he? I know you're on acid still, but is your friend? Oh, you both are. Well, okay then. Is there anywhere you can move up to, without being poisoned, that you can throw a grenade on them? Ah, those god civilians. And both the run and guns are still on cooldown. Okay, Bay, I believe in your ability to not get high on acid.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that double cover. Yeah, I'll have that grenade, why not? Sit tight, Floaters, we're coming for you.
Incoming!
Wow, that is... Yeah, your grenades are not doing well, are they? I guess I should be grateful that you're a really good scout now. I guess you missed your calling. But if nothing else, I think we should be okay. Van Dorn, if you could move up, please. Give Guts his position. You don't have a shot. That's okay. Who does have a shot? Oh, right. Because that grenade semi-destroyed that wall, that means McLean here can be spotted. Okay. Is there anywhere you can go that you can shoot one without being seen by the other? I'm going to say no. But you know what you can do? Mind fray that floater. If you would please, Van Dorn. 64%. Go to sleep, little floater.
Answers.
Right, Mind Fray doing 0 damage again. I think someone wrote in the comments some kind of fix to do with this, and I can't remember if I checked it or not. If I did check it, then there wasn't anything wrong. If anybody else has any ideas as to why Mind Fray is doing 0 damage, let me know, because that's really annoying. But you now are on acid and hallucinating. Not that you weren't hallucinating before on acid, but it should mean that...
Heading there now.
We can kill one and suppress the other. Actually, you've been mind framed now, so panic should be quite easy for you. And you're panicked. Awesome. Okay, so now you're tripping on acid, hallucinating, and panicking. So I'm going to assume you're not a threat anymore. Shiv, if you would. Hi. How you doing? Oh, and that wall is blocking line of sight. Even better. Okay, who wants to take pot shots? I think only Frank is in position to do so, isn't he? Yeah, Guts, you can just move up. I guess you don't even need cover, but why not? So Frank, 61 to end the mission. Don't even worry about it.
No way that just happened.
And Gaines, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You're kind of stuck here now. You used up your only grenade. That was the only chance you had to get out. You gave a civilian second-degree burns in your futility. I guess you're just stuck here. Once we've taken care of that floater, we will get you out and see you back at base. Alright, who wants a kill? Gerard, you are quite close to leveling up, but not close enough. Oh yes, Van Dorn. Absolutely Van Dorn. You get this kill and you will level up.
Sir.
Okay, Van Dorn, you're 4 XP away from a promotion. 61%. How are you feeling, Van Dorn? You feel up for it? He feels up for it.
Drinks are on me.
Commander, the operation...
Drinks are on you. Oh right, the Thin Man. Oh, poor Thin Man. Totally human. This is his second death, I think, out of 3 missions that he's been on. Poor guy. But 14 out of 18, that is very, very good. Guys, I am well aware of the fact that civilians have got 5 health because of me, and with DR that means it takes 6 health to kill them. Believe me, within 2 or 3 terror missions, that extra health will not count for... They will die just as often, but I do want to keep their health like this. Aliens, like drones, I feel should not be able to one-shot civilians. So, let's see if we can get Gaines back at base.
Our troops really came through on this one. I'm glad everyone made it back safely.
Yes, they did. And Van Dorn, I believe. Yep. Now, you're an officer, so you'd actually make really good use of +5 will and +5 defense. But I cannot pass up the chance of you having a pet Dorn. So you will be getting a pet. Guts, how are you doing? Right, you are now weapons expert. I'm going to pass up collateral damage. I know it is very, very good, but I want at least some of my soldiers to actually make use of weapons expert. So you are now going to be carrying a marksman rifle. Or at least you probably will. I'm not entirely sure if I will give you a marksman rifle until you get disabling shot, but I'll see. At least you can use a marksman rifle now. Now, Bay, you have been very impressive as of late. You're not being a particularly good engineer, but you're being a very good scout. Reactive targeting sensors, no. Iron skin is actually very good, especially for somebody who's so close to the front lines. But muscle fibre density and close encounters means that you're going to be coming on every Exalt covert extraction that we have. Because being able to jump down, flank somebody, shoot them, and then jump back up into concealment onto a rooftop, it's soldiers like this that make covert extractions possible to completely annihilate the enemy, instead of just running to the extraction and leaving Exalt soldiers standing, which isn't really fair on them, to be honest. So, jumpy legs for you. Hey, maybe actually make use of your damn good ground too. And then Blanchette. Right, you're going to get covering fire because 2 more tiers down the line, you get Sentinel. Tandem Warheads, no. Killer Instinct, pointless. So, I mean, I guess it just is covering fire. So, that is it, except for Van Dorn. So I think we destroyed 1 floater corpse, yeah, that's right, except for 8, and 4 chrysalid carcasses. I'm incredibly surprised that none of the civilians that were killed in the fog turned into zombies, because usually they would over the course of a terror mission. But it's possible because it was so few turns that they just didn't have a chance to. Not to mention we killed every single chrysalid before they could do anything, really. So, panic has increased in Canada and North America. Shouldn't be too bad, though. Granted, another civilian got secondary burns due to Gaines, but
We will be in touch,
it'll be fine.
Commander.
It'll be fine. Okay, guys, I am now going to go sort out the hiring soldier mechanic thingy, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back in base. So I went through the ini files, and I couldn't really find out how to A, make it so that a soldier being recruited is of a particular gender, or B, make it so that when you recruit them, it's instant, or like 1 hour to recruit. So we are now waiting 9 days for gangs to turn up, and hopefully the soldier that appears will be male. So if there's not, there might be a few administrative complications, but we will deal with that when we get to it. Guys, if you know how to fix this and make it so that you can recruit soldiers instantly with any modifications, or so you can make it so that when you hire a soldier it's of a particular gender, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so just quickly, Renee here was one of the few people that had perks that wasn't Peckmaster, that I was waiting to choose. Shock and Awe is going to be completely pointless for him. He's not a Rocketeer, and he doesn't get Fire Rocket anywhere down the list. And So Shall You Fight, again, it isn't a particularly good perk, which leads to Combined Arms. Combined Arms is, as I mentioned in the past, one of the few officer perks that can actually apply to soldiers without them being officers. And if I do decide to make him into an officer, it will then apply to the rest of the squad. So for now, his shots will ignore 1 point of damage reduction, which in the late game is essentially 1 extra point of damage. So, Combined Arms for you? Right, yeah, Mike Myers here wanted to be a medic. Between Field Medic, Smart Macrophages, and Field Surgeon, yeah, clearly you want to be a medic. That is not going to happen. So I'm probably not going to go for Field Surgeon. It's not a very good perk. If there was nothing better, then sure. Smart Macrophages isn't that bad if it wasn't for the fact that it's right up against a perk that gives you a medkit and makes you partially immune to acid, as opposed to being completely immune to it. So I think I'll give him Field Medic, which means that is one more free medkit we have when we go out on missions with Myers. So Field Medic for Myers. Oh, right, and his corporal perk is being given to him as run and gun. So I'm going to have to remember to give him one of the other perks, which isn't even going to stick because he's not an officer, and they're both officer perks. That's incredibly annoying. I mean, not that either of them could be used for him anyway. I'll just have to keep an eye on this, and make sure when he gets a corporal that I decide on something for his corporal perk, even if it doesn't stick. Right, then there was Unholy Wasp with his officer perk, which I honestly can't even remember what it was, and let's be honest, it doesn't even make any difference. Question was, what soldier was he gonna be? Does anybody else notice that the increases to his stats changes whenever I choose another class? And it seems to be at random too. I'm gonna try ignore that when I choose a class, and hopefully it won't be an exploit. But yeah, basically I didn't know what class he was gonna be. He's got decent accuracy, minimal health, average will, and average mobility. Which means, honestly, he's just going to be a filler class, whatever class that I have the least of. Don't really want to make him into an engineer, because he's got such high accuracy, and not to mention he doesn't have any kind of grenade perks. Already got a lot of infantry. He doesn't really have the health to be an assault, not to mention I have 5 of them. So I honestly don't know what he's going to be. I'm kind of tempted to make him into a medic, just because. Sorry to have to do that to you, Wasp, but maybe I'll make you into a medic. Just have one medic, just because why not? I know it's a horrible idea, and medics will simply just get the 1 free medkit as opposed to any of the other good perks that these classes get. But I might just leave it up to luck to have his perk tree be good and carry him, as opposed to try guide him down a path of what he's going to be, picking his class and hoping that the perk tree will match his class. I'll leave that for now. And that is it. Everybody else, besides the rookies and Unholy Wasp, is waiting for their random pet to be chosen. Now, I do have to remember, even though it doesn't look like it, Frank here is also one of the people waiting for his random pet, which I believe is now 8 or 9 people, because Van Dorn's in there as well. But hey, I will deal with that after I find out what the next mission is, because that will be a kind of mini episode that I will do, like a 10-minute episode, just showing random.org and having it pick 8 numbers at random between 1 and whatever number it has to go up to pick a pet at random. So I think we're good to go. We have improved body armor in 5 days. We've got 6 alloy plating in the next 24 hours or so, and we've got a few more laser weapons coming as well.
Commander, there's a priority 1 transmission coming in from the council.
I bet you it is going to be Graveyard Shift. Oh, those hacks. Those hacks. Yeah, as you'd imagine, starting 3 campaigns in the background just for the sake of seeing what enemies are going to be on that first Terror mission, I also get to see what missions are coming up next. Or at least what missions should be coming up roughly about the same time. So it's going to be Graveyard Shift. I've just had this mission versus Squee. Didn't go that great, but it wasn't terrible either. But I can say that in Long War it has always been an absolute Vanilla, I've never had any trouble. Long War, it's been a pain every single damn time, so I'm going to have to build my squad accordingly. A member of the triad criminal organisation has squealed to one of our contacts. Although we have little interest in the crook himself, he allegedly has in his possession a piece of unique technology in the shape of a way OP pistol. We'll need you to investigate. We will transmit further details to Central. Thank you, random guy. And we will get 1 scientist and 1 engineer for our trouble. And a little bit of cash. Not much, but a little bit. So, we now have our next mission. We know exactly what map it's going to be. I'll probably check those other campaigns that I ran to see what enemies were on the Terror mission, to also see what pods we would expect to encounter on this mission, so I don't get any surprises. Because, ladies and gentlemen, research is not cheating, and it is key to survival. It's also boring, which is obviously why I do it off screen. So guys, thank you very much for watching. The next episode should be up very shortly, where I do all the random Petmaster perks that are going to be picked. Oh, I can't wait for that. Please, God, either a chrysalid, a zombie, or a seeker, okay? One of the 3. Out of the 8 to 9 soldiers that are going to get perks, please let one of them have a chrysalid, zombie, or a seeker. One side note about a zombie though, if I spawn him as a friendly, and then when he dies and turns into a chrysalid, not only does A, I think the chrysalid convert back to an enemy, so I have to change it back, but B, it also counts as a fallen comrade and a will penalty. Just something to be aware of if I do get a zombie. Yes, please let it be one of those 3. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Okay, he's gone to an air vent. Now is my chance. Get the out of here now! Go, 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 go! Not running though. Don't run. Never. God, Ripley, you scared me.
Get out of here.
Yes, you do. Please don't scare me like that. Avoid that air vent. It's kind of difficult to see them if you're not crouching. Another air vent on the left that I need to avoid. And then I need to be inside this tunnel before the fan. And in we go! Oh yeah, facehugger. Best case scenario, I'm going to kill 3 of them. That means there's going to be 3 standing. If I had that other HE grenade, if I had that heavy in here, I could use his grenade. This is not good.